Hey team, I'm Maddie. Welcome to Science Side Up. My hair is green now, and today we are talking about saturation vapor pressure. Saturation vapor pressure. What in the world does that mean? Well, for us, right, we know what saturation is and we know what vapor pressure is. Saturation being the point at which the atmosphere or our parcel of air can't possibly hold any more water vapor. It has all it can hold. And then vapor pressure is like a partial pressure. So this is the pressure that's exerted by a gas. We're gonna think about it onto a liquid. Can be onto a solid, but we're thinking about it onto a liquid. So team, think with me for a second about a bucket of water. We have our bucket of water and we have this like sealed container with air above it. Then the vapor pressure of this system would be the pressure or the partial pressure that my water vapor is exerting on the bucket of water. So cool. What does it mean for this to be at saturation, and what does the pressure have to do with that? Because that is what we are talking about with saturation vapor pressure. The saturation vapor pressure is the vapor pressure, the pressure at which we are at saturation for a given temperature. So far when we've talked about saturation, we've talked about it in terms of temperature, but we know from the ideal gas law that pressure and temperature are related. And we also know that the phase of water, the phase of any substance actually, is a function of both pressure and temperature. So what we're talking about today is kind of switching our understanding a little bit, and thinking about, instead of what happens when we change temperature, what's gonna happen when we change pressure. Suppose that this system is exactly at saturation. So we're gonna have it at saturation and we're gonna hold temperature constant. But we're going to raise the pressure of the system. If we raise the pressure of the system, we're also sort of by nature going to raise the vapor pressure of specifically the water vapor. So now we are above that saturation point. So without changing the temperature and without changing the water vapor content, we have changed our saturation condition. So we are now super saturated, and what we'll see is this water vapor condense into the liquid, fall into the bucket, and in doing so, it's going to drop the pressure back down to its equilibrium value. So we're not changing the net pressure of the system in this, but by removing some of the water vapor, by converting that into a liquid, we're dropping the vapor pressure back down to our saturation conditions. Why is this important? That's always my favorite question. So there's a lot of mechanisms that we need to understand about how water changes phase in the atmosphere. So this is a concept we're gonna come back to when we start talking about how clouds form and how we make precipitation. Still working through the fundamentals here, but this stuff is pretty important. If we don't understand this, we can't understand the more complicated processes. Okay team, that's all I've got for you today. I hope you liked this video and I will see you all in the next one. Hold on, I have to make sure I didn't do a stupid